Okay, we proceed to preparing a full set of aggregate plan. So I'm going to use example 10.4 from your textbook. So please refer to that example 10.4. So the first sentence given to you, the highlighted or the sentence in bold, constant workforce strategy by varying overtime and subcontracting. That is the name of the strategy that we are going to use. So for this week, I'm going to focus on the first strategy, that is constant workforce. So constant workforce here is the main strategy, and overtime is the sub strategy, and the next sub strategy is subcontracting. Okay, so constant is the main strategy, constant workforce, followed by the first sub strategy is overtime, and the next sub strategy is subcontract. So as I said earlier in the previous video, the first thing to calculate for the to prepare an aggregate plan is the standard output. Okay, so we are going to calculate the standard output first, okay, for this example. Then once we have calculated and computed the standard output, then we will go to preparing the full aggregate plan by using the template as given in your slides. Okay, to calculate the standard output, we need to search for the additional information and search for the rate given for standard output. Okay, we refer to additional information and search for the rate of standard output given. So in this question, on this example, the rate for standard output is given as this. Standard output is 15 minutes per unit. So we need to interpret what it means by this rate. So this rate here, or this information here, means that every 15 minutes, 1 unit of output will be produced. Okay, setiap 15 minit, 1 unit akan dikeluarkan. So from 15 minutes here, what you need to do next is to make it on to 1 hour basis, convert into 1 hour basis. So in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. So if 15 minutes we are able to produce 1 unit, what if 60 minutes? How many units can be produced? So we take 60 divided by 15, so we get 4 units. So 4 units can be produced in 1 hour. So this is in 1 hour basis. Then from 1 hour, we make it 1 day basis. So 1 day, how many days we have in 1 day working? We have to refer to the additional information given. How many hours here is 8 hours. Okay, regular working hours in the additional information, that is 8. So if 1 hour we can produce 4, so for 8 hours we take 8 times 4 equals to 32 units. This is per day basis. Okay, now what next? Okay, as I said earlier in the previous slide, from 1 day basis we convert into 1 month basis. So we have to know how many days are there in 1 month. But because this question or this example is a bit different from the one that I showed you to calculate the standard output earlier, this question has so many or various working days every month. You refer to the question in the table given in example 10.4, there are various productive days from January until June. So these productive days are actually the working days. So this company is working for different days every month. In January, there are 25 working days or productive days. February, 27 days. March, April, May, and June, they have also different days. So what we have to do is, we need to calculate different standard output for every month, starting from January to June. So up to this point, we have to stop first, and we will come up with a list to calculate the standard output from January until June. Okay, so we calculate the standard output for January first. Okay, we have stopped up to this point just now. Okay, 32 units. Okay, in one hour, this is 1 hour basis. In 1 hour, 4 units can be produced. We multiply for with 8 hours. This is 1 day basis. Then we multiply with the working days per month. So for January, the company is working for 25 days. So this is monthly basis. and we multiply with all the workers. So the company has 15 workers. So the standard output that the company can produce in January is 12,000 units. So bulan Januari company dapat keluarkan 12,000 units, okay, of output. When it comes to February, it will be different standard output because of the working days are different. Okay, February company is working for 27 days. So the standard output is 12,960. So you do the same calculation, but make sure that the working days here you change according to the one given in the question or in the table. So you have to calculate for every month from January until June, and you get all this standard output, and all these standard outputs, okay, until June here, yeah, and all these standard outputs will be transferred into the table or the template that I showed you in the slides later on. Okay, so ini yang penting, the standard output over here. This is the most important information that you need to calculate first.